Hello dear students, you're welcome to our math lesson for today. For this lesson, we are going to need our math learners books, our notebooks, pencils and erasers. Again, for this lesson, we are going to need our math learners books, our notebooks, pencils and erasers. Okay, so in our last class we looked at capacity and volume. Okay, in the last topic we treated, we looked at capacity and volume. And what is capacity? Capacity is the amount a container can hold. Capacity is the amount of liquid a container can hold. Can you say with me? Capacity is the amount of liquid a container can hold. And what is volume? Volume is how much space an object can take up. Volume is how much space an object can take up. So quickly, we'll just proceed to our objective of today's lesson. So learners will be able to improve their estimation and begin to visualize the volume of 1 liter. Learners will improve their estimation and begin to visualize the volume of 1 liter. Also, learners will gain further practice in estimating and developing their skills or their knowledge and understanding of half a liter and 1 liter, and they'll be able to link between them. Okay, so we are still looking at volume and capacity. Volume and capacity. Now, let's look at each of these bottles. What can you see or identify, or what is common about these bottles? Each bottle holds 2 liters of a liquid. So we see that all the bottles have a common property. This property is the amount of space they have for holding a liquid. This space is called capacity. So we can say that all these bottles have the same capacity. Why do the bottles have the same capacity? Because they have the same space inside of them. All of the bottles are 2 liters. They can take 2 liters of liquid, even though they have different shapes. They have the same capacity. Okay, so the following cylinders, which all have different capacities, but the amount of liquid inside all the cylinders are the same. Have you noticed that the cylinders have different capacities, but the liquid inside of them, or the amount of liquid they hold, is the same? Can you see that? Okay, so this amount is called, the amount of liquid in each of these cylinders is called the volume. The amount of liquid in each of these cylinders is called the volume. What is volume? Volume represents the amount of a liquid, or how much space the liquid takes up in the container. So how much space the liquid takes up in the container is called the volume. Again, let's remind ourselves of what capacity is and what volume is. Capacity is the amount of space a container is the amount of space of a container for holding a liquid. Okay, so the capacity of this container is the whole container. It's everything that we see here. Okay, and now what is the volume? Volume is the amount of space the liquid takes in the container. So we can see the volume. There is some liquid in this container and it doesn't occupy all of the container. So this is the volume, the amount of space the liquid takes in a container. Also here we have different sizes of bottles that represent different amounts of liters. Remember, our topic is making a liter. Making a liter. Now we can see the first bottle. How many liters can we see? It's 2 liters. The second bottle is 1 liter. And we have half a liter. Okay, and then we have smaller amounts of containers that can contain different amounts of liquids. Now in making liters, we must know that a liter is a metric system of measuring liquids. Okay, also we measure liquids in volume and capacity. Liquids are measured in volume and capacity. How do we measure liquids in volume and capacity? 1 liter is about 4 cups. Did you know about that? So to make 1 liter, we need about 4 cups of liquids. Now, I want you to also know that the short form of writing liter is a capital L. So, to write the short form of liter, you just write a capital L. Now, like I told us earlier, 4 cups, like we can see here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 cups make 1 liter. Okay, 4 cups make 1 liter, or 4 cups of liquid or 4 cups of water make 1 liter. Now let's look at the containers we have below here. Which container holds more than a liter? Remember, how many cups did I tell you makes a liter? 4 cups. And looking at these containers, they say which one holds more than a liter. Firstly, we have a baby bottle. We have a baby bottle. Can you see the baby bottle? Do you think it's up to a liter? Okay. Why? What is your answer and why? I don't think it's up to a liter, because how many cups of liquid make 1 liter? 4 cups, and the baby bottle looks small. So this is not up to a liter. The next we have a coffee cup. Do you think a coffee cup is up to a liter, or is it more than a liter? I don't think a coffee cup is up to a liter. How many cups of liquid make 1 liter? 4 cups. Okay, good job. Now let's go to the next, which is the kitchen sink. What do you think about this kitchen sink? Can it take more than a liter? Okay, why do you think so? The kitchen sink looks big and it can take more than 4 cups of water. So the kitchen sink is more than a liter. Okay. The next one is a teaspoon. Do you think a teaspoon is more than a liter? Why? The teaspoon is quite small, so it can take up to a liter. Now the last one we have a mop bucket. Look at the object. Look at the mop bucket. Do you think it can take more than a liter? Yes, I think so. Because the mop bucket looks like it can take more than 4 cups of liquid. Okay, we have other objects in this slide and we have to brainstorm on this as well. How many liters do these objects hold? How many liters do these objects hold? We have a water can. So what do you think this water can will hold? 5 liters or 50 liters? Okay, I think it will hold 5 liters because 50 liters is so much and it needs a bigger container. So I think the water can will hold 5 liters. Cooking pot. Can you see the size of the cooking pot? Will it take 8 liters or 80 liters of liquid or of water? Okay, good job. I think it's going to take 8 liters of water. Now let's look at the bathtub. Can you see the bathtub? It looks really big. So do you think this bathtub is going to take 4 liters of liquid or of water or 400 liters? Okay, I think it's going to take 400 liters of water because it looks so big. Excellent. Now this part requires critical thinking. By looking at this picture, we have a picture here and we have a tank, we have a bucket, we have a watering can, and we have a garden hose. Okay, by looking at this picture, can we tell if this tank can hold 15 liters or 150 liters of rainwater? Can this water tank hold 15 liters of water or 150 liters of water? Okay, think about that. We can use the objects in the picture to help us know the quantity of water the tank can take. Okay, so the water can probably hold about 5 liters of water. Okay, and if we add 5 plus 5 plus 5, it's going to give us 15 liters of water. Can the tank hold about the same as 3 watering cans? Think about it. It looks like the tank can hold a lot more than 3 watering cans full because the tank looks so big. Okay, I think it will hold 150 liters of water. Okay, good job. Now let's go to our learner's books, page 51. Page 51. Remember I told you you need your pencils, your erasers, your notebooks. Okay. We have some questions to answer in our learner's books. Okay. So each jug contains 1 liter of water. The bucket contains more than 1 liter. The glass contains less than 1 liter. What would happen if each learner poured their water into the green container? What would happen if each learner poured their water into this green container? What do you think will happen? I want you to write your answer in your books. Secondly, would there be too much water in the green container? Should all the learners pour their water in this container? Okay, I want you to write your answer here. The next question says, would there be not enough water? Should all the learners pour their water into this green container? Would there be not enough water? What do you think? You write your answer in your books. Would the water be just right? What do you think? Okay, I want you to write your answer. How did you know? Based on all the answers you've given to the questions, how did you know if the water will be too much, or it won't be enough, or it's going to be more than enough in the green container? Okay, just write your answers. Okay, what would happen if you change the shape or size of the container? Okay, this is what I think. If we change the shape of the container, it will change nothing. Okay, if we only change the shape of the container, it's going to change nothing. But if we change the size of the green container, it might hold each learner's water. If we change the size of the green container to a bigger size, it might hold each learner's water. Okay, now what would happen if you change the amount of water? Think of some other questions to ask your friend. So what would happen if you change the amount of water? Okay, so when we take a look at the green container, it is too small to hold the water the learners have in their containers. If each poured their water into the green container. Okay, so any questions? Just write them down and or put a note around what you didn't understand in your books, and we are going to look at that and have a review on Wednesday. Thank you. Take care of yourselves and stay safe. Bye for now.